agencies that you see here. You can remain anonymous, but we need your help. And collectively, we will not rest, even if it takes another 6 days or another 6 weeks, until the last fugitive is in custody. Thank you.
You hear?
HSI representative.
Boy, he's begging. He put
So
in the work.
I just want to, I guess, reiterate our commitment to our partners here, to public safety here, for the community in New Orleans. We're all very excited that Antoine Massey's in custody now, and we'll continue working alongside each of you to ensure that we bring Groves to custody too. Thank you.
That boy put in the work.
Okay, good afternoon. I am grateful to stand here with our law enforcement partners. Chief Kirkpatrick and I shared a moment this afternoon when she called me to talk about the press conference, just about the relief about having Antoine Massey into custody. 9 of 10 escapees, we've got 1 more to go. Like all of our law enforcement partners, I call on Derrick Rose to do the right thing and turn himself in. This is a major step forward in our efforts to restore order and accountability after this serious incident. I want to thank our community for reaching out to me personally on Massey's capture. As soon as I received this information, I reached out to our detectives who are a liaison to the state police, the Attorney General, the NOPD, and the United States Marshals Task Force. They've set the actions in motion, which led to his capture. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to all of the folks up here and our partners up here. I have to give a special thanks to our deputies, of course, who coordinated and worked together to make this happen. But we're grateful to this community, as both Chief and the Colonel both said. Together, we made this happen, and I'm grateful. I also want our community to know that OPSO continues to harden and modernize the facility. That is well underway. We're installing new razor wire, tightening physical barriers, upgrading locking mechanisms. These all play an important role in the safety of our residents, staff, and the entire community. These are just the first steps in a very urgent plan. And we can't do it alone, and we call on all of our partners to help make sure that the investment needed here is done. So again, thank you all for your hard work and your partnership, and we look forward to getting Mr. Groves in custody.
Okay, we gotta take some questions. Trying to focus on with you.
Hi, sorry, I'm back here and I'm short. So in the Holly Grove area, we were able to talk to the owner of the property who said it was an Airbnb. Do you know at this point was he assisted in renting that Airbnb?
So let's have the Colonel speak to that.
So right now, obviously, we're still in, questioning Mr. Massey and others who were aiding and assisting him. And we don't have any comment regarding specific details, but it's pretty obvious over the last 6 weeks to remain a fugitive that long. He had assistance, he had help, whether or not it was someone help.
He had no assistance, no help. He was just moving around. And y'all was trying to be strategic by locking up the girl and shit like that. Boy from the street, boy know how to move out there.
Selfish reasons, and please do not continue to do that with our remaining fugitive, Derrick Groves, and those who assisted Mr. Massey will have consequences for their actions.
Foxy.
Can y'all take us through the timeline of how long it was from when you got the skip to when he was recaptured?
Okay, so I think, Sheriff, if you can do the timeline and then Chief Dan here, because it occurred in our city, obviously. So please go ahead and explain how you got the clip.
I'm not going to get into the details of how I got it. Of course, we don't. This is we're grateful to our partners at Crime Stoppers, where you can be anonymous in being able to come forward. But this all started between 10 and 11 this morning, culminating in his arrest at 3:30.
So as far as the special operations of U.S. Marshals, I happened to be at the Special Operations Division complex when they were getting ready to move to that location. So I would say it took no more than an hour from them being activated to this capture.
Channel 6.
The Derrick Groves still at large among other inmates.
They shouldn't even be allowed to have no press conference. The amount of embarrassment he put them through. That boy been out in the streets, escaped from the jail. right in the hood under y'all niggas' nose for over a month. Posting videos and all that, and y'all still couldn't track him down, man. It took somebody to tell y'all where he at. That's crazy. This is what the tax money paying for. This is what the hardworking Americans is paying for.
Process, especially once they left the facility.
26.
I think the question out there was really wanting to know now is, where's Groves? Do we have a lead on his location now? Do we have at least a target on him? Or is it a shot in the dark at this point?
But just as we said in previous conferences, we have many investigators
Just think how much money New Orleans lost in the fight to capture him, and they still got Derrick Groves out there running around.
close, and then we get to a residence, an apartment, a condominium, or a home, and they've just moved because they have help. We're still confident, just as we were about 2 or 3 weeks ago when we had a conference when we were at 8, and we went from 5 to, and then 3 on, it was Memorial Day, if y'all recall.
Even if he had help, right? How is his help stronger than you guys' help? Y'all got about 6, 7 different agencies trying to track these 2 individuals down. About damn near 2 months now. Definitely a month and some change. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Y'all gotta listen to the crazy shit they talk about. Oh, they had help. Y'all got 7, 8 agencies worth of help and couldn't do nothing, man. It took a snitch ass nigga to turn them in, man. Shame on y'all.
Baton Rouge and 2 in Texas. We still believe today that we will find these, and it's due to the resilience of law enforcement. It's a lot of good police work coupled with investigative tools and technology and the state-of-the-art equipment that we use to help us. And, we can't do it alone. We need the court's help. I failed to mention earlier, our Eastern District of Louisiana, our U.S. Attorney's Office is very helpful to us, as well as all our judicial districts in and around the state that provide us the assistance and grant and honor our requests for state or federal warrants, which helps further these cases. They take time, they take patience, and we just ask the public to continue to trust law enforcement, and then we will eventually locate Mr. Groves.
Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate
Wait,
it.
I have one more question.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
Reese, I have a question. Did the tip come directly to the sheriff or did it come through Crime Stoppers? I'm sorry, can you just clarify that a little bit?
Yeah, it came directly to me.
Okay, so did they just call you up?
I'm not going to give any information about
Did they get
that.
the $50,000?
I'm sorry?
Did they get the $50,000 reward?
I'm not involved in.
Look, just so everybody understands, the reward remains $50,000. Of course, it's a combination through Crime Stoppers, through ATF and FBI. And certainly if they reach out to one of those hotlines, those tip lines, they are eligible for that reward. But I don't want to go into the details. I don't think we just standing right there outside the residence and handing out a check. It remains anonymous, and Crime Stoppers does an incredible job. Darlene and her team and all those who take the calls round the clock. And it is available. I don't know, the process, but I'm certain in days to come, if they had called Crime Stoppers, but I'm gonna leave it to Darlene. Come on.
Darlene, you can share the number with people because we are vetting every tip through Crime Stoppers. And it's about how many now?
We've had over probably now 1,200 original tips and several thousand that are follow-ups. And I can only speak to the fact that we did receive a tip today, which I understood led.
Did y'all hear how many tips they said they had over the time? All those tips, right? Quote unquote. And y'all still couldn't track them. It took someone today to tell y'all his whereabouts for y'all to get him. Get the fuck out of here, man. Shame on y'all, New Orleans justice system.
Led to the arrest of Mr. Massey. So we'll be working with our partners, the U.S. Marshals, and on the Crime Stoppers portion. And if that is the qualifying tip, again, our tips are anonymous, so we don't know who they might have spoke to or where they came from. It is an anonymous tip, and we don't ask those questions. As far as the FBI's reward process, we will certainly point them to that direction so that they can then work through that process for the additional $20,000. And it's the number, it's 822-1111, or go online to crimestoppersgno.org. And yes, we encourage anyone with information on Mr. Groves. Y'all have been calling. We're getting tips daily on the two inmates, continue. And thank you to law enforcement, incredible work.
You know, $50,000 is life-changing for a lot of people. It'd be life-changing for me. So let's make sure that people understand that. You have information, it leads to an arrest like today. That's $50,000 minimum that we've already committed to, okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, and can you speak a little bit more to those Instagram posts that Massey allegedly made? You know, was that him making the post? Was that someone else? Will those lead to any arrests?
You know, go ahead and speak to it. It's still under
Look,
investigation.
we have a lot of posts, a lot of social media, as y'all know, and some things are dated. Everything that we see online, our Fusion Center, our law enforcement partners, it's vetted, it's collaborated. But keep in mind, by the time you see it, someone else has already seen it. You don't know the exact time and date. You don't, but we do. And so just like when they move from home to home or neighborhood to neighborhood throughout the city or throughout the state, they're constantly moving. So it's actionable intelligence, and it's only good for a short amount of time. So to answer your question, we confirm all of the social media posts, regardless of the platform. We utilize that as an investigative lead. And then if we can move further that, we do. And I think sometimes it helps us, but sometimes it really just excites the public, and maybe it's a good piece for you all. But I just want to close with this. I know it's going to be asked, but I'll go ahead and voice it to you all. Mr. Massey, once we finish processing him and bringing him back to the Orleans Parish Jail and doing the booking, he will be relocated to the Angola, to our state prison, and it will be flown there sometime later this evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you all for coming out.
Thank you.
Let's make a hole over here, please.
Okay, thank you.
All right, just to recap, this is a New Orleans.
They bringing them straight to prison. So that's where they gonna hold them at, prison, huh? It's crazy. So they gonna transfer him back and forth to court from prison? That's crazy, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Put it in the comment section.